What is going on, guys? Warfare Messiah here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of tips and tricks on how to use the tank, because it does kind of irritate me a little bit in Battlefield 1 when someone manages to get a tank and they waste it, and it could have been used to great effect and they die instantly. So I'm just going to do a few tips and tricks on how to use the tank today. So the first thing I'm going to say, because this really does irritate me, is push forward. That is what a tank is for. Push objectives, try and take objectives, support the infantry, because there's nothing worse than a tank that sits back on the hill or wherever it sits in camps and just shoots from afar and goes for itself. Basically, it goes for individual score. It doesn't try and support the team by taking objectives or, you know, protecting infantry from heavy fire. It doesn't do that. It just racks you up kills, but it doesn't do anything for the team at all. So that's the first thing you need to do. Actually push objectives. Now, having said that, you do need to have a bit of a balance, because although I say you need to push objectives and everything, which you do, you don't want to get yourself totally surrounded as a tank without any infantry support, because you'll just get explosives peppered from you. You'll be peppered with explosives. So try and find a balance. Push the objectives so you've actually got a use to your team, and you haven't wasted the tank. Push objectives, but make sure you have infantry support. Push objectives, and if you don't have infantry support, if you're finding yourself surrounded, retreat and try and push another zone. Make sure you've got infantry support so that they don't surround you. The next thing I'd say about using a tank is it is much easier to shoot in first person. However, you are given a third person in the tank, as I'll show you now, or show you in a bit, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure we have an unwanted pest as well. There we go, my friend Drobo. And you have a third person mode in the tank. You can't aim very well in the third person mode, but when you're driving around or when you're in close proximity to other things, use the third person mode. It gives you better situational awareness. You can see infantry better from all sides. There goes my little pest. Use the third person mode. Now, also you need to know all the tanks quite well and all their capabilities. So with this artillery truck, I know he can't turn his main gun, so I went round the side, because I'm the only tank with a rotating turret. So it doesn't just help you be able to use your tank more effectively, it helps you defeat your foes using those tanks as well. Now my tank's quite badly damaged, so I'll just take myself away from the fray just for 2 seconds, reverse onto the bridge and start repairing before, you know, my very irritating mate decides to try and ruin my video again, and then ends up driving over some explosives, if I remember correctly. There we go, lovely. So just repair the tank. Now get yourself back into the fray. Get yourself back up to the fight. Because I'm sure your team would rather you be out the fight for that 2 seconds than they would if they'd prefer you be out the fight for that 2 seconds than if you lost the tank. So I'm moving back up. The enemy have made a push for it since the tank has been gone. God, I've got to do everything around here. So I try and push back. I do a little hold down position here. And see, I'm using the third person view so I can see over the hill. I wouldn't be able to do that in first person. I'm using a little hold down position so I can see what I'm doing. And that is when I notice there is actually an enemy tank just behind me. And this one is the Saint-Chamond. There we go, there it is. And I know that it can't turn its gun. So I get round the back. I shoot it round the back. And the same goes for if you don't have a rotating gun. If you're getting surrounded by a little FT-17, all you need to do is back the rear of the tank up against the wall. And now I am getting a little bit surrounded by infantry. So I do try to retreat, but it fails. I don't quite get there. But it's the attempt that counts.
We have taken objective Edward.
And then I get utterly rogered by this very angry Greek man. This is Warfare Messiah. I'll see you next time.